Hey everyone, Rawdawg Rory here, and we've just recently found an amazing discovery on the property adjacent to ours. You'll notice behind me this whole hedgerow is a giant fence row of blackberries and grapevines. It's amazing. Just tons and tons of this stuff out here. Now, I'm not sure exactly what type of grapes these are. There are small little clusters of green grapes in there, but they're nowhere near ready yet. But what's even cooler is all these freaking grape leaves. Now, grape leaves can be used to, I've heard of people marinating them and using them as wraps for raw dolmas, which is really cool. But even cooler use that we found is making green smoothies with the grape leaves. Tastes incredible. It actually has kind of a sour, tart grape flavor to the leaves themselves. So it's really interesting in smoothies, and it's free, so that's a double bonus. And if you live in an area where you may have wild grapes growing, or if you know someone who's growing grapes, you can totally take advantage of this and experiment with using grape leaves in your green smoothies. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure that if you're not 100% sure, that you're working with grape leaves, consult with somebody who does know. There's a lot of people who do wild edible walks and who can be knowledgeable in your area to help you out, or farmers. And just make sure you're working with the right thing. And we're gonna go take these inside and whip up a really tasty green smoothie, and we're gonna show you how. So now we're back in the kitchen. We're going to be whipping up our grape leaves green smoothie. Okay, and we got here our grape leaves. We got about seven. We got about 7 of these big bad boys, and we're just going to prep them a little bit before we chuck them in the blender. They're large and fibrous. We don't want to gum up the blender with all that. So we're just going to break them down into pieces that you would normally put, you'd normally find in a salad mix. Go and pop those in here, and we're just doing about 7, and it's always a good idea if you're experimenting with wild greens or greens you've never used before in a green smoothie. It's a really good idea to start off small, see how your digestive system feels with them, and then maybe move up from there, because a lot of these plants are wild grown, and they have more alkaloids, which are good. They're like a medicinal quality of the wild greens, but they could be a little intense on your digestive system at first, so it's good to start small when you're getting into it. And we're going to pop a little water in here and start off with a cup and see if that's enough to get it moving. And then, because these are so tart, they have a tart kind of grape flavor to them, we want to cut that and accentuate that with apples. Whenever you're making a smoothie with something sour, like berries, cherries, grapes, apples are a great way to go for sweetening it up and just complementing their flavor just that much better. Just prep these guys a wee bit. Throw those in there. And then to sweeten it up a little further and give it a good texture, we'll be putting a couple of bananas in there. Oh yes. Now we're going to blend this up. Thank you, my trusty hand. There we go. Just wanted to get that going, and then we're going to pimp this smoothie out even further by tossing in a whole bunch of frozen strawberries. It's going to make it nice and frosty, just add a really good taste to it. Pop those bad boys in there. my friends, have been blendified. There we go. Oh, it smells amazing. And what's coolest about this smoothie is the greens are wild, they're free, and they're banging. Peace out, everyone.